great lovers of good thing, my good people of Ghana, is your John bringing you
Mahama
in our channel Ghanatube. All the news, trending, are all going your way to keep you glued and make you know what is happening in Ghana. As the government is actually doing everything possible to make Ghana very wonderful and reset, rebrand Ghana
in his traditional area, Zinikoro, members of the Regional House of Chiefs, the member of the Council of State, the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, the Regional Minister and other Ministers of State, the Honorable Members of Parliament, Honorable Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives, Regional Executives, Regional Council of Elders and Constituency Executives of the NDC, CEOs of state institutions and other government appointees, heads of security services and government departments, the clergy and imams, representatives of invited organizations, especially my brothers and sisters, persons with disability, friends from the media, citizens of the Upper West region, ladies and gentlemen. In every religion, we have texts in the holy books supporting thanksgiving. In the Bible, we say, in all things give thanks to God. Again, there's the story of the 10 lepers who were cured by Jesus Christ, and the following day, only one of them returned to say thank you. And Jesus asked, but where are the other 9? So it means that the Holy Book tells us that in all things, if we have done a favor, we should come back and say thank you. And so like that one leper who came back to say thank you to Jesus Christ, I, John Mahama, am back here in the Upper West region to say thank you to the people of the Upper West. It is with a heart full of gratitude that I stand before you today in this noble land, this land of peace, pride, and perseverance. I bring you warm greetings from the entire leadership of the National Democratic Congress and from my wife, Lodina Mahama. And I bring you the warm message of thank you. And I'll say, Yebarka, Yebarka. I want to thank the Upper West region for your unwavering loyalty and support. I want to thank you for your confidence in the vision and leadership of the NDC. I want to thank you for your support in the 2024 general elections. Your support was extraordinary. You stood firm, you spoke clearly, and you chose hope over despair, unity over division, and development over stagnation. I want to especially thank our chiefs from Jirapa to Kalio, from Tumu to Gwelu. We visited your palaces, you received me like a true son, and on election day, you came out in your numbers. In defiance of hardship, in the face of challenges, you voted decisively for me and the NDC party.
IELTS isn't just an English language test.
I do not take this for granted, and I'll never forget the favor you have done me. I thank you for your overwhelming confidence in giving me 11 seats out of 11 in the Upper West region. Indeed, that contributed to the overwhelming number of seats that we won in the parliament. It's beyond our imagination. NDC has had the highest number of seats in parliament in the history of the Fourth Republic. 183 seats, and collaborating with 4 independents mean that we control more than 2/3 of the Parliament of Ghana. And the people of the Upper West region have played a great part in this by giving us all the 11 seats that were up for grabs in this region. The people of the Upper West region have always stood on the right side of history. The region has been a stronghold for democratic values, good governance, and justice. And I'm proud to say that once again you have reaffirmed your faith in the National Democratic Congress, not just as a political party, but as a vehicle for national transformation. I want to thank our traditional leaders for their wisdom and their quiet guidance, for providing moral direction in a time of political uncertainty. I want to thank our youth for your vibrant energy, for mobilizing and canvassing in the towns and hinterlands. I salute our women who led the door-to-door campaigns, organized community engagements, and held this movement together with grace and power. And especially I want to thank our party executives, our polling agents, our foot soldiers. You have been the backbone of this success we achieved. This region has been a source of some of the country's finest human resources, producing distinguished leaders who have played pivotal roles in every aspect of our national development. Even at the height of governance today, the Upper West region is well represented by distinguished sons and daughters whose dedication continues to shape our national progress. In my current administration, the region is well represented. The region can boast of the Honorable Abdul Rashid Pelpo, who is the Minister of Labor and Employment. The region can boast of the Honorable Charles Luanga Posing, who is the Upper West Regional Minister. The Deputy Commissioner of Police, Osman Abdul Razak, the National Security Coordinator, is from this region. The Director General of the Ports and Harbours Authority, Brigadier General Paul Seydou Tanya Kulono, is from this region. Malam Isa Ishak, the CEO of the Ghana Highway Authority, is from this region. Seydou Yonye, who has just been appointed CEO of Produce Buying Company Limited, is from this region. My daughter Shamima Muslim, Deputy Government Spokesperson, is from Upper West region. We also have Dr. Kamal Din Ali, who is the Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority. We have Adam Sule, who is the Deputy Director General of Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNET. We have Kale Caesar, who is the Managing Director of the Metro Mass Transit Company. We have Idrisu Dambayebo Mahmoud, who is the Deputy CEO of Ghana Enterprise Agency. We have Samira Abdulaziz, who is also the Deputy CEO of Ghana Enterprise Agency. We have Abdullahi Batia Santi, who is the Deputy CEO of Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation. And we have Nuhu Putia, who is the Deputy CEO of the Community Water and Sanitation Agency. These are distinguished sons of this region who are helping me to transform our nation, Ghana, and do the reset that we promised you. Ladies and gentlemen, elections are only the beginning. The real work begins now. And I'm here not just to say thank you, but to reassure you that your voice has been heard. Your vote has a purpose, and that purpose is to bring development to the region. We are determined under the guidance of the NDC's 2024 manifesto to bring transformational change to every corner of Ghana, and especially to regions like the Upper West region that have long been underdeveloped, neglected despite its huge potential. Since taking over the reins of government, our focus has been on stabilizing the economy. We therefore presented to Parliament in March this year a budget which was aimed at severely trimming expenditure and channeling the saved revenue into priority programs as promised in our manifesto. I'm happy to report to you that our efforts to stabilize the economy have begun to yield results. And it is evident in the improved performance of our local currency and also a gradual reduction of prices of goods and services in the market. I wish to commend the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana along with their teams for the close collaboration and coordination they are displaying in this economic turnaround. I'm sure that by the time the Honorable Minister comes back to Parliament to present his mid-year review budget in August, we would have more good news for Ghanaians. My brothers and sisters, Cabinet will soon approve priority projects under the Big Push Infrastructural Program. Understandably, a significant number of these priority projects will be in the road sector. These works include the dualization of major highways, including the Accra-Kumasi, Accra-Takrade, Accra-Aflawo roads. We'll also tackle major bridges such as the Dambai Bridge, the Chiamanfrom Bridge, rehabilitation of the Bupe Bridge, Daboya Bridge, and Yape Bridges. We're also designing a new expressway between Accra and Kumasi, which will reduce the travel time between the two largest cities in Ghana to about 2.5 hours. During the campaign, we traveled on the terrible road network that has become characteristic of the Upper West region. In this region, under the Big Push, we are prioritizing the ዄURPRISES trunk road. And the Techiman Wenchi Bole Wa Hamile corridor. Sections of the Sola Fufuso road will also be resurfaced to improve connectivity between the Upper West and the Savannah and Northern regions. These roads will not only enhance trade and transport, but they will also stimulate cross-border business and revive economic activity. Equally, we will upgrade roads in the Wa East, Nadoli, Dafema Busie, Isa, and Sisala East districts to improve access to markets, schools, and health facilities. My brothers and sisters, work will begin very soon. In a few months, you see contractors on all these roads because the money has been provided in the budget. This year we set aside 14 billion Ghana cedis for the Big Push, and the Finance Minister has assured me that all the contractors will get 15% mobilization to be able to mobilize to site. And he has also assured me that any contractor on the Big Push projects who presents his certificate for payment will be paid within 2 weeks of presentation of the certificates. So no contractor will have the excuse that he has not been paid. And so we want to see work continuing as soon as the contract is awarded. My brothers and sisters, we're also prioritizing agriculture under the Feed Ghana program. The Upper West region is expected to be a major beneficiary of this program. The NDC administration understands that farming is the lifeblood of this region. And so under the Feed Ghana and Agriculture for Wealth Creation agenda, we will construct and rehabilitate small and medium-scale dams across Sisala, Lambusie, and Wa East. We will invest in community-based irrigation schemes to promote dry season farming, such as the Kamba Irrigation Dam. We will provide subsidized fertilizers, seeds, and improved mechanization services. Establish modern warehouses and cold storage facilities to reduce post-harvest losses. The region will also benefit from the farmers' service centers we intend to set up. And I cut short for the one in ɁGwelu in 2016 before I left office. Unfortunately, my administration was truncated, and that project never took off. So one of the first to be established will be in the Upper West region in ĽURPRISES to fulfill that promise that I made. We're going to ensure that farming becomes a viable and profitable occupation, especially for young people who are willing to go into agriculture. In education, we recognize the need to bridge the rural-urban gap. I've seen schools in this region where children still sit on the floor and where teachers lack the most basic resources. It is as a result of this that the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Local Government and Cabinet gave a directive that 80% of the revenue for the District Assembly's Common Fund must go directly to the districts. And we expect that the Chief Executives will provide furniture for schools that don't have it, will remove schools under trees and substandard school blocks, will provide CHIPS compounds where they are not available. And so a lot of responsibility is going to rest on the shoulders of our district chief executives. We'll continue and complete abandoned E-blocks. So the E-blocks that were abandoned by the previous government, we're going to continue and complete them. Top admission fees for all first-year students, and provision was made in the budget for this. And so the money is going to be credited to the students and it will be paid directly to the schools. We'll also provide free tertiary education for persons living with disability. And so, for persons with disability from first year to final year, they will pay absolutely no fees. We'll continue projects in the University of Development Studies and other tertiary institutions in this region to improve learning outcomes. And I remember that Professor Tamils of blessed memory started a library complex and a multi-complex lecture hall in UDS, which was abandoned after NDC left office. We're going to continue and complete it. And the hostel block that Professor Mills started that has been abandoned, we'll continue it and complete it so that our students in UDS can have a place to stay. We'll provide special incentives to teachers who accept postings to rural areas in the region. We'll expand early childhood education centers in underserved districts, and we have begun to implement the free sanitary pad program so that no girl misses school because of her menstrual period. Our goal is clear, and our goal is that every child, no matter where they are born, should have access to quality education and the opportunity to succeed. On youth and job creation, we know unemployment remains one of the greatest frustrations of our people. Our response, therefore, is deliberate. Under our National Apprenticeship Program, which I launched in Tamale 2 weeks ago, under the Jumaura Initiative and the 1 Million Coders Program, we aim to provide opportunities for all our youth. And I expect that when these programs are fully operational, the youth of the Upper West region will take advantage of them. Funds are not a problem because resources have been provided in the 2025 budget for all these programs to take off. Thousands of young people in the Upper West region will be trained in various trades, including smoke weaving, welding, plumbing, electrical works, building construction, leather work, shea butter processing, and information and communications technology. Arrangements are far advanced to inaugurate a committee which will guide the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. This bank will offer products tailored to support women entrepreneurs, especially those engaged in agro-processing, livestock rearing, shea butter production, and market trading. We will also support women's cooperatives to access markets, packaging and training, and ensure that they are not left behind in our economic recovery. In healthcare, I have listened to your concerns about access to specialists and the referral burden placed on families. Under the Mahama Cares program, we will expand access in the region for diagnosis and treatment of non-communicable diseases, including dialysis for kidney patients. We will expand CHIPS compounds with accommodation for staff. So all the existing CHIPS compounds will make sure that the nurses and the physician assistants working there have accommodation to live in the CHIPS compound so that they can provide care at any time. We are going to train, recruit and post more nurses and midwives to the rural areas, to underserved areas, so that they can improve the health care of our rural populations. We'll also roll out later this year our free primary health care program. And under this program, any Ghanaian who goes to a CHIPS compound, a health center, a polyclinic, or a district hospital will not pay any fees, whether you have NHIS card or not. On water and sanitation, we will extend the distribution of water from the Jambusi Waterworks to cover the greater Wa area. The Community Water and Sanitation Agency will also invest in drilling and mechanizing boreholes in small settlements, especially in the Wa East and Nandom districts. We will partner with district assemblies to improve public sanitation infrastructure and end open defecation. And finally, on peace and security, we are aware of the localized tensions, be they land-related, chieftaincy-based, or driven by cross-border activities, and we shall take action to ameliorate these.
Please do well to like, comment and follow. Put on notification bell so you get all our news one by one. Thanks, my dear.